Hello, Aces. Welcome back to the channel. Insecure is one of my favorite shows. It is going to be premiering on the OWN network, Oprah Winfrey Network, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 8 p.m. Central. And when I tell you this is one of my favorite shows, because it shows that Issa Rae, who came from creating on YouTube, she had her own channel, Awkward Black Girl, which she showcased her life, just living and, going to work, her coworkers, just, going about her everyday life. But when she filmed it, she was very funny, very vulnerable, very transparent. And she also wrote a book, The Misadventures of the Awkward Black Girl. And she, pitched this show to HBO, and she said that they originally wanted to cast the protagonist as a light-skinned girl who she felt was very out of touch with the public. So she held her own. She wanted to stay true to herself, her vision, and it worked. So Issa Rae, she said, and I quote, at the Peabody Awards, which she won, she said, to be able to display dark-skinned Black women on screen just living their lives, not being oppressed, not suffering, not having drama that they don't put on themselves is truly a privilege. And she's so right, because this show showed the multifaceted lives of Black women in a way that other shows previously, I feel, were constrained, right? So Girlfriends was amazing for its time. Living Single was amazing for its time, but it didn't show the messiness and the drama and the intricacies that are associated with interpersonal relationships, romantic relationships, the innermost thoughts of Black women, our feelings, our inner dialogues. And I love the fact that she would have, like the mirror dialogue with her and her her insecurities, right? Like herself, like being insecure, us being flawed individuals is something that makes us human, makes us relatable, makes us resonate with the full spectrum of humanity. And I love that so much about Issa. And not only, her book, which is amazing. You guys should check it out if you haven't read it already, but just this show with her longing, her desire to be loved, to be cared for, to be cherished is something that is very rare on screen. When I tell you guys, I have actually tried to pinpoint this facet, this, Black women, dark-skinned Black women specifically, being loved on, being honored and cared for in other TV shows and films, it is lacking. so big shout out to, Issa Rae for creating a character on the show. Her name is Issa D, and she has basically two men. She's in a love triangle between Lawrence and Nathan. If you guys haven't seen Insecure already, please watch it. It's so good. And again, it's going to be on OWN network starting this Tuesday. But it is one of my favorite shows because not only does it show, the messy love triangle that she has between Lawrence and Nathan, but it also shows the inner workings of her trying to, establish relationship with her best friend Molly, who is a lawyer who, self-sabotages. Like, she's very successful in her career, but with her relationships, she has ups and downs until the last season, which she is very successful, right? I'll just say that if you guys haven't seen it already. I don't want to completely spoil it for you, but the first episodes of Insecure is when, Issa's kind of making fun of Molly, but Molly comes out on top at the end. And so in real life, I remember, Issa Rae, right, the writer, creator, producer. She went on Stephen Colbert, and I remember when she got married, she went to the south of France to get married, and he was so like surprised. And I remember thinking, Issa is a multimillionaire. Like that shouldn't be such a surprise. But she definitely, held her wedding, um, photos and, announcements and everything until she was already married. So Issa is a maverick, and she's a G. I mean, she's a mastermind when it comes to social media because she leverages it to work in her favor. And that's something that I feel like, or I wish that, especially young Black women could learn, right? Like you can leverage social media in your favor to work for you, right? Because she gained an HBO series just from starting a YouTube channel. So this is a powerful medium. But the fact that Stephen Colbert was was so surprised, the social media is something I think that a lot of people in the boomer, I guess, generation have underestimated. But the internet has leveled the playing field in a way that has even surpassed, gaining a college degree. Like having a YouTube channel, having an active Instagram account or an active TikTok account where people, have amassed a lot of followers and attention, that surpasses what people's expectations were when they started out in the television and film industry. And so I just want to say kudos to Issa, kudos to all of you, young entrepreneurs, young, content creators out there. Please be inspired by her journey, because she said the only difference between, her starting then and now is just the learning curve and money. That's it. Like she was like, I'm still the same person. And what she wanted people to know was that she didn't want to leverage, trying to or network upward. She said she wanted to network laterally, which means that she wanted to involve her peers, people that were on her same level, on her same, social status. And that would create so many waves that would benefit each other mutually. And then that would create a bigger wave that would, get the attention of those who are, in the executive level, HBO offices, et cetera, that will put you on, right, to own TV and, beyond. So that is a lesson that I took from her. I love Insecure. I love the fact that, we can see young Black people with, addressing mental health issues, taking medication, being upfront and honest and vulnerable about their own, insecurities and worries and anxieties and pains and struggles and, just wanting to be loved and cherished and honored. Like that's so pure and full of integrity. Like I love it. I love the show so much because she's right. It's not a show full of pain or oppression, or there's no denigration, or it's full of dignity. And that's what each of the characters had. Each of these men were someone who had dignity and integrity, and they were all flawed, and their imperfections made them that much more relatable. And I loved each and every one of them, and I loved every season, and I cannot wait for it to come to OWN Network. But what I really want to do is, again, shout out Issa, because she not only, was putting herself on, but she uplifted so many people um, who might not have had the opportunity to get in front of, HBO and all these cameras. She gave them a platform. So I definitely am so excited to see again what, Issa Rae has next. She has her own production studio, Hooray, which again she just announced that she's going to be on O Network. But you know, Yvonne, I mean, she has her own stand-up special, and everyone, is doing their own thing separately. So if you guys haven't had a chance, please check out Insecure. Drop in the comments, let me know your favorite moments or characters from the season. And please like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And I will talk with you later. Take care, Aces. Bye.